The past few days have brought heavy rainfall and localized flooding to some parts of the Western Cape. Here are a couple of rainfall figures, and we see that Kirstenbosch Gardens received the most at 180 millimeters, and most of this rain took place between late Tuesday and into Wednesday evening. On our satellite loop, we can see two cold fronts affecting western South Africa on Thursday. Ahead of it remained hot and dry for many areas, while in the west, lots of cold areas moving in, and further showers continue to affect the western coastline. It's going to be a windy day on Friday for Gauteng and much of the Mpumalanga Highveld, while over western South Africa it's going to be cloudy and very cold. Morning showers across the western interior, while it remains wet along the western and south coasts of the country, and we're expecting a good chance of snowfalls over the high-lying areas over the Cape provinces. The South African Weather Service continues to warn for the likelihood of flooding in places over the southwestern Cape, so do take care in those areas. And the second warning is for a high fire danger over parts of central and eastern South Africa. KwaZulu-Natal will start off hot over the northern parts, but as the cold front moves through later on, things cool down. Scattered showers and thunder showers developing during the second half of the day, and mountain snowfalls developing in the south. It's going to be an especially cold day over the Eastern Cape. Wet weather expected with up to a 60% chance of rain, 11 degrees for Grahamstown and Bishu. We're expecting isolated showers for much of the Western Cape. It's going to be a cold day across the province. Mountain snowfalls expected, especially over the western parts, where there's up to a 60% chance of rain as well. Isolated thunder showers are forecast for Cape Town and the surrounding areas. Sutherland reaches a maximum temperature of only 2 degrees. Snow is expected, and snowfalls also possible for Calvinia and Springbok, both areas reaching a high of only 5 degrees. A much colder day expected over the central parts of South Africa. 10 degrees for Prieska and even into the single digits for some areas. Morning showers extend into the western Free State, but it will remain dry for Bethlehem as well as for Welkom. The Northwest Province will also see cooling, particularly for the central and western parts. Rustenburg, on the other hand, ahead of the cold fronts, warm and windy at 28. A hot day forecast across Limpopo Province, no rain expected, 36 degrees for Musina, and over in Mpumalanga the Lowveld remains warm. Isolated thunder showers for Mkondo as well as Standerton in the afternoon and evening, and over Gauteng, partly cloudy, warm and dry weather in the forecast, although very windy during the course of the afternoon. And here we can see those strong northwesterly winds developing over parts of the Highveld, while fresh to strong winds are also expected for parts of western South Africa. Looking ahead to the weekend now, we're expecting very cold weather once again in the west, and the cold air finally spreads through to the Highveld, Johannesburg reaching a high of 14 degrees. And on Sunday, temperatures start recovering for most areas with a few light showers in the south.
News that moves. eNCA.com.